I'm Eva Labro. I'm a professor of management accounting in the Kenan-Flagler Business School at the University of North Carolina in Chapel Hill. And I'm also a research scholar at the UNC Tech Center, which is affiliated with the Kenan Institute. Today, I would like to talk to you about my latest working paper, which is co-authored with my colleague next door, Professor Mark Lang, and my former PhD student, Jim Omartian, who is now an assistant professor at the Ross School of Business at the University of Michigan. The paper is the first to study the use of predictive data analytics on the manufacturing-employment relationship. We are using a very large sample of the Census Bureau on more than 25,000 US manufacturing plants over 2010 and 2015. We find that the use of predictive analytics in manufacturing plants increased substantially over that time period, with the greatest deployment in the younger firms with more educated workforces, and with stable operations in stable industries. While the practitioner literature has focused mostly on the opportunities for efficiency improvement, we are interested in finding out how the use of predictive analytics alters the manufacturing relationship and how it may lead to changes in how the plant and the workforce at the plant is being managed. First, we find that the increased ability to communicate plant-level data up to headquarters results in decision authority shifting away from the plants toward headquarters. Centralization of decision-making in headquarters is what we find. Specifically, headquarters is more likely to make human resource decisions, such as hiring, pay raises, and promotions, as well as marketing decisions, such as pricing, advertising, and new product introductions. As a result, the plant manager payroll overall reduces. Secondly, performance management and measurement practices change for plant managers. Plant performance targets become much more accurate, with a larger proportion being achieved with normal or just above normal levels of effort, and much fewer with extremely large or extremely little amounts of effort. Furthermore, the predictive nature of the analytics allows for the targets to become more long-term. Also, targets are more likely linked to overall company performance rather than plant-level performance, and there is a much more widespread awareness of targets among the entire workforce. Third, the increased use of predictive analytics also changes how plant managers are incentivized because of the ability to more closely link incentives to performance. Plants become more likely to adopt performance-based bonus plans. Furthermore, career incentives become stronger. So promotions are, for example, less likely to be based on tenure with the plant or on family connections, but more likely to be based on performance. Furthermore, dismissal also happens much more quick after observing of worse or bad performance. I already talked about the importance of the plant manager, that the importance of the plant manager reduces as decision-making becomes more pulled into headquarters. Next, we're also looking at how the rank and file employees fare in these plants. Unlike our results for plant management, we do not find a decrease in staff payroll. However, the composition of the workforce changes with increased use of predictive analytics. We find that there is a significant shift from permanent to temporary workers, with part-time workers hired to basically fill in as needed on specific tasks and working irregular and flexible hours. Furthermore, a greater proportion of these employees is now going to be cross-trained to work in multiple functions. Now, given these significant, undoubtedly difficult changes in managerial and staff employment for plants increasing the use of predictive analytics, we further question whether there are other plant-level outcomes associated with this increase. So is it actually worth it for firms and plants to go through all this upheaval? Practitioner articles have indeed talked about predictive analytics usage being helpful in operations in terms of flexible manufacturing systems, permitting the plants to increase efficiency by anticipating demand and optimizing personnel and facilities deployment. We do indeed find such increased operational efficiency. First, we find that the total value of shipments increases while the number of hours worked stays constant, an efficiency improvement. Furthermore, inventory levels are reduced, reflecting a better match of demand with production. And finally, the product mix itself is narrowed, so this is indicative of a focus on higher contribution margin products only. Now, assuming a continuing trend toward predictive analytics use, our results in the paper suggest a manufacturing future in which decision-making is more centralized, with higher powered incentives for plant managers based on more precise performance metrics, and the push towards more temporary, flexible, cross-trained rank and file workforce. In many ways, the results in the paper mirror the data-driven trend in the gig economy, and we might even think of this as the Uberization of manufacturing. Thanks for watching.